Oh, ow. Hey guys, Mike Chamberlain here, and welcome back to the channel. So, it is Boxing Day. I'm all fed up, tired of sitting around. So, we're gonna do a little bit of work on Kenny. Not a lot of work, but a little bit of work. Now, I have a couple of dash switches that have two positions, like they run two circuits, and the marker lights don't come on the one, and that's why my marker lights were out. So I kind of juggled some wires around. So I bought some Peterbilt switches, so I'm gonna put the Peterbilt switches in, and you might be asking, Mike, why did you use Peterbilt switches and not genuine Kenworth switches? Well, it's because I work at Peterbilt and I get a really good deal on Peterbilt parts. So that's why. And I was thinking about putting the shiny metallic plastic flippy things just because I think they're kind of neat, but I need to order some. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I have in my arsenal, I've got a maxi button right here, right there, that I was gonna see about putting in so that that air leak is taken care of, because air leak is really frickin' annoying, let me tell you. So, so yeah, I'm gonna try putting it in, and it's either gonna work or it's not. It'll probably work. So, you know what they say, slow and steady, or as wise man once said, little by little, because Lord knows it takes you a lot of time, a little by little, a little bit. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's do something productive. Alrighty, don't mind this. It's an air freshener. It's smelling pretty. So the switches in question are my floodlight switch, because I have to play with it. I have to play with it to get my lights to stay on, and the other of these ones here, and this is a cheap arse switch there. So got me some Peterbilt switches. Now I really like the Kenworth flat switches, but you know what, they're not cheap. So like I say, I'm gonna use Peterbilt ones for now anyways. Probably when I do K2, see if I can see you guys there, I would like to do genuine Kenworth switches, possibly. But you know what? I work at Peterbilt, so I like to support Peterbilt as much as I can, and I get a great deal on stuff. So, so I'll take this sucker. That's... Doot, doot, doot. It's like flipping open a rat's nest here. What is it? It's this one. It's not easy. You can certainly see why the new trucks, they've gone to multiplex wiring. I need something to wedge that open with. Oh hey, let's use this. Because it's plastic. Whew, crude but effective. So it's just a single pull switch. There, on, off, on, off. Just the way we like it. And it works the way it's supposed to. But one of the things I am going to do, hope you guys can see this all right. I'm going to put, should I leave this spacer? Yeah, I might leave that. I'm going to try leaving that spacer. I'm going to use a Kenworth nut on it to keep that Kenworth look. You know, I should put the switch in and then plug it in. Come on. Get in there. Okay, put this on. That looks better. Much better. Nice thing about the Kenworth nuts is they are a 9/16 star wrench, so they're easy to do up nice and tight. There. There's that one. Okay, now I'm gonna change these ones. Oh, my cup holder's kind of in the way. Oh well. See, guys, here's the reason why we've gone to multiplex wiring and all that, but look at how hot that's gotten. So that's why the switches don't last. And even in there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's that one that's got a burn mark. So yeah, that's not good. I'm sure there's been a truck or two burn up or have their dash burn up because of that, and that's why the wiring has changed to where it is today, I think. So, you know, you have lots of current going through these ones. Whereas in the new ones, it's all about reducing the current. And you got smart switches, which I'm not saying it's all better. I mean, if they use that and had bigger wiring, I think it would be better. Let's take that. We're going to use one of these suckers. Not that one. Use this one. Stand to be a little tighter, actually. Oh, ow. That was my wedding ring. I don't know if you can see that burn mark. Guess that's why you shouldn't wear your wedding ring in a truck or mechanicking. Fuck. This blue wire, not sure which it's for. Okay. So now, if I turn this on, turns my dash lights on. Oh, and should be my headlights. Yep, headlights are on. Whew. A little bit of heat shrink on this this hot wire so that it doesn't short out on a guy's wedding ring again. Looks better. Much better. Okay. Use this this nut, because that's really what I should have done on the last one too, to be the spacer guide. I'll just tuck that through, maybe a little bit more. And then I can put this nut on. much better. Now, this one's for my park lights, and the dash lights should be coming on, but they're not. And that's one of my issues. And it looks like, although there's a Kenworth one here, so I'm going to take that and put this one over there for continuity. Okay, that's... Come on. So that's black bottom. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put this ground on. Jiminy crickets! Okay. So, this one's gonna go here. This one's gonna go here. Here's that dash light switch, park light. It's kind of hot, burnt, if you will. Black to black, so that'll go there. That should be markers. Yep. So that's roof markers. And then this should be our dash lights. So I'm going to heat shrink it too. There. There. Just offer some more protection from shorting out, because we really don't want to have a short out situation. There. Okay, I got the switches done. Now, the other thing I noticed is the rheostat isn't working for dimming the dash lights, and they had a union jumper wire put in, but this jumper wire wasn't as thick as the actual wires. So I changed it, put a thicker wire in, because that's cause for a fire. It also had a jumper wire for the red light under the dash, but the problem is if this shorts out, hooked to this big wire, this little wire will burn up with the amperage draw and could cause a fire. So I'm going to still hook up lights under the dash, but we're going to do it the right way so we don't have a fire. So I've pulled off the bottom panel and I'm pulling it out to get my what's that? To get my air switches out, which they've got the quick connect fittings, which is fantastic, but this dash is really bad. Like, it was all screwed together and it's like I touch it and it's all just hanging there. So what I'm gonna do is use some of that JB Weld putty. And why is that wet? Maybe this thing leaked. It did leak because I laid it on its side. Yeah, I'm gonna use some JB Weld putty behind it. But first I'm gonna clean with a hand cleaner wipe, because I don't want to get in there with with a solvent, with all the electrical, and there's not a ton of room. So I don't know if I can do this. Actually, maybe I'll see if I can get, because it's got a crack there. So I'm going to put some there, and this corner is really bad. There's a crack there. See if I can get this out, and then see if I can do a number on it with JB Weld to kind of hold it all together. So I got this bungee cord here so that I can, well, my bungee cord's a little too long. Get these air lines out
be a bit of a challenge. Oh, there's another piece of dash. Gosh. I got the green one, orange one. Then we got, what weights do we got? Well, that's not stellar. Although it's easier to work on this in here now. Get an old truck, they said. It'll be fun. Ah, it is fun. Got a T. What size is that? Not 9/16. Let's say 5/8, so. Let's go get a wrench. Okay guys, I got my maxi buttons out, and I'm gonna put a little bit of JB Weld on this dash at this one crack before I move on, because it's not very good at all, and I don't want to break it, so I figured, you know what, I'll just put a little epoxy on it, and then we'll move on to another spot here in a bit. But yeah, she's in rough shape. Nope, that didn't work. Fail. Let's hope that one works. I don't think I got it cleaned off good enough. Maybe I have to score it. Shoot. Maybe I will have to get the brake clean out. Okay, we'll try that. I'm gonna go swap some fittings now. Okay, so here's my new maxi valves. Here's the old one. Now, the new one, it's got an extra port. But I believe it's auxiliary supply, so you could have two supplies, whereas this one only has the one. So they're labeled. We've got trailer delivery, supply, track delivery, and then we've got another supply, and exhaust. So here we've got our delivery trailer, well, Res 1 supply, Res 2 supply. So those are the two supplies. And I think it's Reservoir 1 and Reservoir 2. And then this one is auxiliary supply. And that's actually tied right into this one when you blow through them. And then we've got delivery truck and exhaust. So in a way, I'd kind of like to use new fittings, but I don't have the right sizes. So I'm just, that cat's toast. I'm just gonna reuse them again and hope that my leak wasn't just a fitting. And if it was, well, we'll find out. Because this one, it's got a little bit of epoxy or something on it from previous dash repairs, so. But maybe we'll end up having to use a little bit of a brake clean on the inside of the dash to get the dirt and oil off. But this thing's definitely sticky, so I don't doubt that it's the culprit. But just clean these off and yeah, give her a go, man. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, I got the valve back in. It's all hooked up the way I think it should be hooked up. So I aired the truck up. So I'm gonna put it in gear. So let's see if it leaks. That one's not in all the way. There. No leaks. That is the handy thing with push-in fittings, so. Now, I just have to bolt this sucker in here. The other one had threads and screws, whereas this one doesn't. But I've got some of these nice black OEM style looking bolts, which I am going to use. I'm going to dynamite it again. I'm also going to pull it out of gear because I don't want to accidentally drive through my shop wall, being my door, because it's cold outside. It's minus 30, it's 32 this morning, so it's probably minus 30 something now. Oh yeah, that's going to look really good. Really, really, really good. I'm not going to bother putting this plaque back on because you can't read it anyways. And if you can't read it, what's the point in having it? I think it looks better with the wood grain. Then I'll clean it up. But man, these dashes sure crack up bad. Jeepers creepers. It's quite a stinker, to tell you the truth. But this is what it is. Old trucks, old plastic. You got to figure. It's like, what is it? Like 32 years old. So yeah. And it's almost like a compacted type of plastic. So it's kind of, yeah, it's interesting. I think it's probably more susceptible to breaking, I think, but I think it was probably seemed durable enough when it was new. Maybe not so much anymore. right, guys. Well, that's it. We've got the maxi buttons in, but I'm just gonna have to fix up this dash because that is not right. So I'm gonna see if I can't epoxy it. Excuse me. See if I can't epoxy it back together and yeah, get it all clamped in. And the one thing, like with these old switches, like if you look at this one, you can see how burnt it is, and that's why it failed. So you know, you get lots of amperage in these old trucks, and that's what happens. But let's unhook that. Oops. And defroster fan. Well, I know it's a defroster fan. But anyways, disconnect that, put this back together, and we'll call it a night. Oh, check that in. Make sure that's... I'm not a big fan of that either. I'll have to tidy that up, but we got our new maxi buttons, so hopefully that shouldn't leak. Our new switches, gosh, those work nice. I like that. I like these ones because of the lights in the end, but those aren't, of course, genuine Kenworth. And these are genuine Kenworth because of the flat blade. I really like those switches, but anyways, for now, we're gonna run the Peterbilt switches. And if we look in the mirror, when I hit the switch, backup lights work. So yeah. I think we got a fair bit accomplished here today. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Next time, maybe I'll try doing some epoxy. JB Weld. How hard could it be? Apparently it's fairly hard because this piece, it's hard now, but it didn't stay in the dash. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching.